products, and trust me, I use these products. I'm not just marketing and advertising these individuals because they support me. I market those things that I use and know and understand to be effective, being that we operate a result-oriented ministry here. And I love and support our new alternatives. I most certainly do use their hair oil and new alternatives on my dreadlocks, and I like their facial astringent as well as their Ament, A-M-E-N-T, skin care cream. They also have a celestial sea greens that I like to add to some of my food and smoothies and even to my teas, which I love the taste of it outright, but I also like the potent response that I get from their products. I'm also a avid user and supporter of Angelic Soap. I just sent Angelic Soap a message this morning. I'm addicted to the product. I must have my handcrafted real soap from the fresh vegetable oils and other high-quality ingredients, assuring a gentle, rich, low moisturizing lather with absolutely no residue whatsoever on your body, or on your tub, on your curtains. I'm sort of a perfectionist when it comes to cleanliness, if you will, and I know many of my listeners and you housekeepers also are. And I love this product that Angelic Soap creates and recreates. I specifically care for the rue and the rose quartz gem chunk, which she is out of right now. So please do continue to support her and provide revenues to allow her to continue to create this very rich product, utilizing fair trade-based oils and butters, including raw, organic, and unrefined West African shea and African cocoa butters, specializing in special cleansing and ritual bath purposes. Do let us know what you care for, what you enjoy, what you require, and Angelic Soap will be more than happy to assist you in customizing your order. And we still have an indefinite HDP15 House of the Divine Prince code activated for a 15% deduction in your price. I have also added some new photos for Queen Felice Akushua. Experience Nubian jewels and African-inspired and Egyptian-inspired cultural bazaar with essentials ranging from hair jewels and body adornments to interior decor for a totally accessorized lifestyle, one centralized location within the Queen's Chamber of my website. She has some wonderful copper, you wouldn't call them earrings, they're more of a cuff-like. They sort of hook to the back of your ear or the front of your ear, depending on how you wear them. And then they dangle with amethyst and quartz and ruby and clear quartz and agates and various other materials. She does brass. She does silver and gold, I also believe, but I have her brass and her copper creations as an example pictured within the Queen's Chamber of my website. Of course, we continue to support my very special sister priestess and authentic Sangoma, mother of many nations, Ashuakwe, Oshun priestess Gogo Nana Avana Omare within the Queen's Chamber of my website. There you will find her Blog Talk Radio archive player, as well as a couple of her powerful, powerful videos. Queenie Fama also has some videos within the Queen's Chamber. Today's special guest can be found featured and will be with us momentarily in the King's Chamber of my website. There you will find the powerful brethren and masculine presence, sacred presence within our community from a diverse collective of traditions, beginning with Marcus Akinlana, who is also an Olorisha Shango and a master artist, sculptor, painter, creator. He does it all in the realm of visual artistry. And you can find Marcus Akinlana, native and local to New Orleans, Louisiana, in the King's Chamber of my website, along with his YouTube video, giving you a link to more of his YouTube videos and his powerful creations. There you will also find Master Spiritualist Dr. Mandrake, been operating more than 30 years in spirituality and religion, featured in the King's Chamber of my website. Reverend Majadi Baruti of Uja Temple Ministries, along with his YouTube video, Affirmation Morning Goddess Affirmation, sponsoring and supporting and promoting the Roof Garden, Uja Temple Ministries online broadcast ministry, if you will, for teaching the worship of the African goddess, an evangelistic effort at promoting respect, worship, reverence for the sacred African feminine goddess and her divine presence among African descendants. Featured in the King's Chamber of my website, hosted by Reverend Majadi Baruti, Susan Mitchell. They do have an archive radio player available. A long-time friend of mine of several decades, if you will, Temple of the Enlightened Mind, spirituality with an emphasis on raising your level of consciousness with Big Steve, featured in the King's Chamber of my website. And, of course, last but not least, our elder, Ptah Seeker Osiris, with the ancient Egyptian Ra, Sarian 3-in-1 New Age World Calendar. And he's running a very powerful special right now, so you do want to visit his website, and his links and phone number all available for you within the King's Chamber of my website. I'm going to take just a brief intermission. I'm going to make sure that our very, very special guest, who has his own page within the House of the Divine Prince website called the Temple Room, and that is Baba Obafemi Origunwa, who will be with us forward momentarily. Master Spiritualist in his own right, Babalawo, teacher. He will be forward after the brief intermission. I would like to also thank those who are present now live with us in the chat. Dr. Emma Sarah, divine peace and blessings unto you, respect and admiration, a powerful elder within our community. Angelic Soap, our faithful sponsor, one of our many sponsors. And, of course, those of you who are listening by way of phones, we most certainly do appreciate you. The Baba does have his hand raised, so we will not delay. I will just have a short intermission, and then we will be forward with our very special guest, understanding that all is truly and indeed a blessing. We give thanks and reverence to a great teacher, to a great leader, to a great spiritualist, to a great Babalawo who is present with us today. And we will be forward without delay momentarily. respect your time, and we are going to move forward with our very special guest, Baba Obafemi. Divine peace and blessings, brother. You are now live on the air.
Excellent. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
I see. We give thanks. You know, technology is a wonderful thing, but it's still technology.
Yes.
And so everything has its limitations, and as long as we respect the limitations, we won't have false expectations of what the technology is going to do for us. With that, I give thanks for you, Divine Prince, and I appreciate your patience and your listeners' patience as well.
All is a blessing, indeed.
Yes. So without further ado, I suspect people are ready to dive in a little bit and hear what it is that we are going to discuss in the way of clear, kind, compassionate communication and the Orisha lifestyle, because that is our topic today. And it is moments like this where we meet the limitations of technology or the limitations of people's capacity to do or not do, that it becomes most important for us to practice clear, kind, and compassionate communication in the Orisha lifestyle. And so I want to give the listeners a little bit of a background into who I am, and that will help understand and frame up the conversation for why this conversation really matters and why it is arguably among the most significant elements of our practice today and tomorrow. I am a trainer, a counselor, an educator. I was working with children and doing a summer camp, after-school programming, and I was teaching Orisha, songs, stories, nature awareness, all of it through Orisha, but I framed it up in the way of folklore, and so I was filtering Orisha through an educational framework for young people, and I might have had 500, let's say generously 1,000 students, and I was happy, and I was doing it well, and it was very gratifying. I was bumped out of that for economic reasons. I had a low season, and I needed to go find a temporary job, and that temporary job ended up taking me from the woods and into the Bentonville, Arkansas, and the milestone meeting for Walmart, and I was delivering workshops and trainings to Walmart executives and cashiers at every level and all across the country, teaching sustainability. But even that, I was still filtering Orisha, because I'm not a scientist.